Worked. Okay, perfect. Looks like you're recording.
Cool.
Kai, do you just want me to screen share stuff whenever you need it?
Oh yeah, that would be appreciated. Yes, please. Okay. Technical difficulties are always fun, but I gavel in the meeting at 5:35 p.m. Oh my. Cool. I don't know how to do technology, but let's do roll call. Name, position, pronouns if you're comfortable. And check-in question for today is I don't know. What's a good check-in question? How many? Ooh, no. Oh, okay. Um, if you were in a horror movie, what was it, Wendy? If you were in a horror movie, how would you die?
No, not how would you die. That's a little morbid. Maybe just like what trope would you be?
What trope would you be in a horror movie? Yeah. So I feel like my name is Kai. I'm the Speaker of the Senate, he, him series, pronouns, and my trope would most likely be the kind of guy who is just like, there's nothing going on the other side, and then just flips open the door and there's like a spooky guy. That's me. I'll pass it off to Reese. Let's popcorn this.
Thank you. My name is Reese. I'm a senator, he, him pronouns. And I think that I would be the person to like trip over their own shoes and die first. I think that'd be a fun trip to be. And then since B is not in, I'll pop it off to B.
Yeah, same answer as Reese. So there you have it. Hi, my name is Beatrice Gutierrez Malagon. I also go by B. I use she, her pronouns, coordinator for leadership, and also SGA Senate advisor. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Nayla Benet.
I'm Nayla Benet. I'm a sophomore, she, her pronouns, and SGA senator. I took one of these quizzes before, actually, the one that was going around Twitter, and it said that I was going to survive, so I'm basically immortal. I'm going to pass it to Minna.
Okay, sorry. I'm like logged into something new today, so I was kind of confused. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, sorry. My name is Minna. I'm an SGA senator. My pronouns are she, hers. And I did not take one of those quizzes before. So, yeah. I'll call on Z.
I'm Z. I'm a senator, they, them, and I don't really know how to answer this one, honestly.
I can go next. Hi, I'm Wendy. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns. I am a junior and the assistant speaker. Also, Mati said in the chat, Mati, senator, she series pronouns. I'd go for a bunker and hide and stay there for days till I think it's safe to go out. I'm not ready to die. I think I would either be the person who figures out like who the killer is, but no one would believe them, or I would just be like totally oblivious to what was going on and just like have no idea that there was like anything dangerous happening. Popcorn Maria.
Hello, my name is Maria, she, hers, for my pronouns, and I'm a sophomore SGA senator. I think I would be the type of person that kind of senses danger in the beginning and leaves everybody. It just goes on. And popcorn to Julie.
Hello, my name is Julius Gale. My pronouns are he and his. I'm SJ Sender. I think I'll be either the person that just knows everything that's going on, but like nobody really listens to, or that one guy that's like shows up and just like kind of like saves everyone. Like nobody knows who he is. He just comes off the cut and just saves everybody. Knows exactly what's going on for some reason. Did Mashard go?
Hi everyone, my name is Mershant Devon. I'm SGA president for this year and I use the he series pronouns. I like to think that I'll be the last man, but like that last man that like sacrifices himself for someone else to live. For the other last person to live, if that makes sense. Very noble. I will send it to who's left? Candace.
Hi, sorry, I was off video because I was eating chicken and dough and I didn't want you to be jealous. I would be either the thing that Wendy said, where I'm like trying to warn everybody that like, no, it's this person is the killer, and I was like, you're crazy, but I'm right in the end, but also dead, or I would be the killer. That's fine, because I like to be in control, and they are controlling the movie, so that's what's up. I don't have to cry about it, Rashad. It's okay. I'm comfortable with my Latin life.
Well, okay. Victoria, have you gone yet?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't. I'm Victoria. I'm SGA secretary. I use she, her, hers pronouns. And as much as I hate to say it, I would definitely be the first one to die because she can't scream, cry, and run at the same time. So it's okay.
Oh, I think Rashad would be the one to catch the bullet, the trip and cry. Has everyone gone? Jess.
Hi, Jessica Klein, she, her, hers, senator, and along similar lines of like half the people here, I'd probably like also die first, kind of, yes. But like like the one who like kicks off, like starts off the whole movie, like that one, yeah, that's me. So yeah.
I always joke about you. You would probably find something shiny. You're like, ooh. Cool. I believe that's been everyone. I have the agenda pulled up on my phone because my computer just turns black every 5 seconds. So pretty legit. So welcome everyone. Next, we'll go on to our adaptation from Dr. Jasmine Lee, Director of Inclusive Excellence, stating related to our value of inclusive excellence, we would like to acknowledge that UMBC is built on the native tribal lands of the indigenous Piscataway Conroy tribes. We acknowledge the painful history of forced removal from this territory, honor their history as cultivators of this land, and respect the many diverse indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather. And even if we are online. So that's our land acknowledgement. Approval of the agenda is next. Is there anything or anybody would like to amend, or is there a motion on the floor?
I move to approve the agenda.
Seconded.
All right, general consensus. Okay, this is so weird. Everyone has 3 icons on top of each other. Oh, okay. Approval of the minutes. These are some minutes that Wendy and I typed up last week, so I hope y'all had a chance to look through it. If there's any amendments you would like to add, feel free to do so now. If not, is there a motion on the floor?
I move to approve the minutes.
Thanks. There's a second. General consensus. All right, the minutes have been passed. New business. Let's move on to SL 40-2021. This is an allocation request for the compost initiative. Mena, you've been working very diligently on, and there was some miscommunication about this being on the agenda last week. So thank you for being patient. The floor is all yours.
Oh, hi, sorry. Okay. Am I sharing that as well, or I'm not really sure what to do?
Just walk us through your what you wrote down here, and
Okay. Okay, so you guys might remember this one. I showed you guys my proposal last week, but for a quick refresher, this is basically going to be an initiative to bring compost buckets and compost bags to 50 residential students in UMBC, and it's going to be like an opt-in type of program where the students will have to complete an entrance form and do this mini training as well in the entrance form itself, so that they can participate. And because of the fact that we want this to be a pilot, we're only doing 50 students right now. Luckily, with we decided to partner up with bio bags, and they have provided 40 free buckets for us to use. So we only have to pay for 10 buckets, and then the rest is going to be we're ordering 1,000 bags because that's the minimum requirement. So that might be that is a bit excessive because we don't really need all those bags for the semester, but the rest will be saved up for future semesters to be used, and that's how we can also get 40 buckets, which is also much cheaper because the buckets are a lot more expensive. So yeah, and I don't know how much everyone is familiar with composting, but it's just a way so that this is basically a collection of organic materials, and that way it can help the soil grow. And by composting, there's a lot of benefits to composting, but a big one is just, it's to prevent landfills from being used up for compost waste, because also when you are when you are putting food waste there, you take up extra space, and it's there's a slower process for decomposition. So it's that makes it it just prevents the soil. So by we'll be eliminating some space that we can be using for landfill, and this also helps reduce greenhouse gases, and because there is some I'm not quite sure about this, but there's I think I know I included somewhere in here, but I can't find it. But these chemicals are being produced when they're not composted correctly. So this will help reduce greenhouse gases and allow for better soil. And obviously this will increase UMBC's overall sustainability. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, so the option for compost bins in UMBC dorms will also answer to students' demands for sustainability. And I didn't include this in photos just because this kind of goes without saying, but there is data collected from RSA, basically being students really did want the option to have compost bins in their dorms. And I think, there was a good data set. Let me know if anyone wants me to pull it up, but this has been already previously stated that by UMBC students that they wanted it. But regardless, this will really help improve sustainability on campus, and just allow students to be able to participate in it too. So, and it's a good way for them to get started on composting, so that later on they can also take initiative on their own. So yeah, and this is a partnership between the RSA, which will be matching UMB Senate's allocation. So it's going to be split per, they're also paying $157.45 for this as well. And this is also a partnership with UMBC's Office of Sustainability and Chartwells, which will be helping us with basically the whole actual implementation of this. And they've been doing an amazing job on that. So yeah.
Dope. I have a quick question. The allocation's for $157.45. Is this with shipping and taxes already incorporated? Just to
This is with shipping. But the thing is with taxes, okay, so I did ask Kayla about this. It's a little bit hard because we haven't put in the order yet. But the way she's been working with Kayla is the one from Office of Sustainability. She's been the one working with organizing this whole thing basically. Okay. She said that because UMBC's like a university is tax exempt, so I don't think we have to worry about taxes. But I know that you guys have to pay taxes for the menstrual products, so I'm kind of confused on that.
I think David Royer filled out a tax exempt form.
Oh,
So
okay, perfect. Then yeah, so this is for shipping, and yeah.
cool. I think this looks like 20 out of 10. Or I'm sorry, 200 out of 10. So it's a 20.
Thank you.
Cool. Are there any questions for Meta? Oh man, my screen is gray now, but I'll take that as no questions. I can't see the chat, so feel free to speak up. Um, yeah, all right. If there's no more questions or any discussion points to be made, is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve SL 40-21.
Second.
Second is in the air. All right, all those number setters for, could you please type I in the chat? I cannot currently type at this moment, so I will verbally say A. Yes. Wendy, do you mind putting in the numbers?
Yeah, I'll count right now.
Thank you.
So I'm counting 9 eyes.
Oh,
You saying I as well?
Including Kai's. Mena, did you vote?
No, okay, so that's why I was confused. Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
you vote on your own. So
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to vote. Okay. Wait, sorry, can you come? I can't see the screen. I mean, the chat box. So yeah,
okay.
Okay,
So
that counts.
4 is 10.
Oh, shit.
There's 0 opposed, 0 abstaining, and 1 not present. So this passes the Senate. Congratulations, Meta. I can't wait to see this come into fruition in the coming weeks. You said it would start to implement by May, right?
no, actually, this is gonna be next week.
Oh, next week.
Yeah, so hopefully that works out. That way, students have a month that they can, we will be tracking their results for a month.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congrats, Meta. Let me know if you need any more help. Then the next steps going forward is filling out a ResGaf and sending that to David Royer and CCing Candace, because Candace, I think you have to sign off on it as well. And then
Yeah,
think-
there's an online like a DocuSign ResGaf that will just like you fill it out and it'll shoot to all the people that it needs to go to.
Oh, wait, so this is before I ask for the email? I mean, for the ResGaf, or do I just automatically like go online and find it?
ResGaf and attach this legislation to it once Mershad has signed it. Mershad.
All right, thank you.
Hey. Okay. So yes, I'll send you the link in Teams.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. You're welcome.
Cool. With that, let's move on to our senator updates. With initiative updates. Jessica, do you mind going first?
Hello. Basically, let's see. The first thing is the Asian community like dialogue space, processing space with I3B. So myself and Megumi and Neela Benet Megumi's from KD5 and 2 other students who were helped with planning but couldn't come. We were all there, and it was like, I think, at least on my end, because we divided into 2 spaces, was very good, very relatable. There were like some alumni who came too, which was really cool. And so overall, I think it was a great and necessary thing for the university to do. Other stuff, Senate Spotlight stuff, going good. We finalized the designs and stuff. They should be starting, I believe, this week, starting on the 7th, with me. Yay. But with people, like, just make sure that if you haven't done so already, making sure that your captions are updated with 1 to 2 sentences about your initiatives so that we're good to go with posting for that. And then once after elections, we'll switch gears and do Senate introductions for incoming senators. But yeah, I think that's mostly it. Yes. Oh, and we also set up a date with I3B to come in. But besides that, yes, that's it.
Yeah, thanks, Jess. I3B should be coming in, believe in next week. Either next week or the week after. Oh gosh. I forgot her name. She was my MLE
Oh,
coach.
not Lucy. Never mind.
Aaron?
Erin, yes.
Waddles?
Yes.
Yes.
Erin Waddles will be coming into Senate either next week or the week after and giving us a small little workshop. So that's the thing Jessica's referencing. But cool. Okay. Thanks, Jessica. Julius.
Okay. I believe, yeah, I don't think I told everybody this. So I met with Miss Belitsky. She's the head academic advisor of COIT, and I talked to her about my proposal, and it seems like she's down. She had told me that she was gonna reach out to the different department heads and just show off the proposal. And she was supposed to get back to me to see have a follow-up meeting with her and the other head departments. We'll see where that goes. If she doesn't get back to me in a reasonable time, I'll just reach out personally to the different departments. And I'm COIT. Besides that, Christian Powers kind of finally got back to me today, saying that she wanted to meet with me. I'm pretty sure they, of course, they're busy because of registration things of that nature. But she said just put down like a time where we could meet sometime this week or possibly next week. I'll have to see what her schedule looks like. And I'm gonna meet with her to talk about different things happening on, because she said she's already working on a few things similar to my proposal, and she really is interested in talking to me about that. So we'll see where that goes. Besides that, I might have to figure something out with the cast and reaching back out with Mr. James Hamilton at some point, but I think I'll do that later in the week. That's about it.
Cool. Thanks, Julius. Also, shout out to Julius for helping me locate these packages earlier today. Fun stuff, fun stuff, fun stuff. Oh man. Okay. Mena, do you mind going next? Oh, my computer is doing a thing. Oh, I can see it in the chat.
Yeah, it looks like Mena's not muted, but I also can't hear anything that she's saying if she's talking.
I'm so sorry. My brother was talking to me. Yeah, so you guys already know the compost initiative and working with Mariah for the Ramadan dining services. I'm so sorry, he's so loud. And yeah, that's my updates for now.
Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, should be up and ready by next week. Fun things. I see Mati typed in the chat that waiting to hear back from Mr. T. He's very busy since he's back from his leave, so we're going to try reaching out again. Okay. Mario?
So for the Transfer and International Students Inclusivity Initiative, we had a few meetings last week, and the bigger one was with Chloe Terrell from OCSS. So we decided to plan and host like a collaborative event between I3B, OCSS, and hopefully SGA as well for the fall. Although I don't know how that would work because I won't be in SGA anymore, but I'm hoping to get some support from the communications department. But we'll see when the time comes. But before we start planning that though, we do want to send out a survey to the communities that the event will be for just to gauge like what they want and what they're looking for. And so I did complete that over the weekend, but I'm just waiting for it to be looked at and like it to be hashed out so we can send it out soon. And we have a meeting about that later tonight at 9 p.m. And also alongside with that, I think I have a meeting either this week or next week about transit concerns at UMBC and talking about ways to make transit more accessible. So specifically right now, there isn't like a shuttle route from UMBC to Shady Grove, and that makes it difficult for transfer students, especially because they take a lot of their classes there. So I talked to Monty about it because it overlaps with her initiative, and so she gave me really good points of contact and information, so that was really helpful. And then for the Ramadan dining accommodations, I think SGA is going to post about that on their handles this Friday, and we were able to collaborate with the Muslim Student Association at UMBC, and they gave us really nice graphics, so that's going to be out this Friday, and it'll be like a good way to inform the community.
Oh, cool. Oh, I'm so glad that you and Mati are collaborating again. I hope that this information gets to Daniel T as well. And as for the Ramadan graphic, I can't wait to see it. I'll definitely ensure everyone sees it.
So it's so pretty. That's all I want to say. It's Shama's like does amazing work from the say for real.
I can't wait. The dream team. Yeah, thanks, Maria. You got a lot on your plate, so just let Wendy and I know if you ever need help. Or let me extend that. Let Wendy, Candace, B, and I know if you ever need help. Okay. Naila Benet?
Yeah, so my initiative was the Asian Safe Space, like Jessica talked about before. So that wrapped up really faster than I thought it would. They got that together within a week. So it didn't last too long. But right now, I don't really have an initiative. I'm still thinking of one, but if anyone needs help with one, I'm happy to hop on it and just do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, I'm sure Mershad and Reese would appreciate your help with getting Nancy Young to sign off on the paint, because I think it's doable. It's just, yeah. See, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but we can talk more on our one-on-ones this week. Reminders. But yeah, thanks, Nailene, and congratulations on, I believe it was this past Friday. Okay, my screen is black, but I'm pointing it to Reese.
Yep, so for my Prove It workshop type initiative, I attended a leader shop hosted by B and ODK earlier today. And I think it gave me a lot of direction thinking about how instead of having like a longer workshop, perhaps I could split it up into a few like maybe leader shops. So then that would be able to be a little bit more syndicated out to the public and whatnot. So I'm going to think about that before making decisions. And then also, I worked on just throwing together a quick little like GPA calculator on SG apps. I haven't even put it on the homepage yet because it's not very pretty looking, but like I just needed it because I needed to check what my GPA would be like. So if anyone has any suggestions or anything like that, I'm thinking about making it so it can import from my UMBC, so then you can like do your cumulative GPA and stuff like that, and then like have like scholarship cutoffs and whatnot. But that's for later. Right now, it's just a minimum viable product.
Reese, I had a suggestion if you don't mind. I love this idea. I absolutely love it. Like I would use it every single day if I could. But I wish that there was a way that it could automatically like input all my classes and the credits and all that in it, so I don't have to do that manually, if that makes sense.
No, you see, I would love that too. So there is a potential for me to like do a little workaround. Otherwise, I'd have to talk to, because I'm sure that Collier and the My UMC team would hate to give me access to anything that like is remotely close to student data. But I think I could do a workaround.
Is it possible for us to like upload like an unofficial transcript and have it pull from that?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Doesn't the unofficial transcript already have like your cumulative and semester GPAs?
Yeah, so this is more like a what if calculator.
Oh, it's more like prospective GPA.
Yeah, just because like I think it's like what 3.0 for merit, and then it might be different for different scholars programs and like other stuff like that. And for graduation is 2.0.
I also had another suggestion. So what if you made another like what if feature where it's like you would have to take like X number of credits to bring your GPA up by like 0.1 or something like that.
I love that.
Or like a goal.
Whoa, low goal. Love that. Little progress. Oh, I love progress bar. Okay, we're doing it. Beautiful. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, I created my own GPA calculator on Excel, but I never thought of reproducing it for other people. So I'm glad that this exists for everyone else. It comes in handy. It's a lot of math though. Wendy.
So I don't know if Kaya mentioned that I lost service during our last meeting, which I'm so sorry about. So I don't know if you all heard my initiatives from Kai, but I just wanted to share this Google Drive. Oh wait, sorry, wrong link. That contains all of the work that we've been doing in the Divest MCE working group. Sorry, I copied and pasted Reese's GPA calculator and now I can't find the Google Drive. But yeah, we've been working on turning this into an actual like legit student org because that would help with like both funding and sustainability, I think. So we've been looking at the requirements for recognition from campus life and working on the Constitution and all the other statements and documents that we need. Oh, found it. Sorry for the wait. But yeah, I'm just gonna put this Google Drive in the chat if anyone wants to take a look. So there's a lot of like procurement and furniture waivers. I think some people were working on that by the time that I joined. So there's a few different things going on in the Discord, but mostly just the student org and then finalizing those waivers. But yeah, I have another meeting with them this Friday.
Cool. I can't. I'm scared to click on any of these links because my computer might crash. So I'm going to check it out after this meeting. But sounds really dope. Have you considered publishing the JR that y'all did out in social media saying this is what you've been doing?
I was thinking about that. I actually had a question that I was gonna ask Candace, but I might as well just like ask now. Does anyone know like if like SGA Comms has any guidelines for what they are and aren't allowed to promote on social media? Because I don't want anyone getting in trouble for like posting about this because like technically kind of goes against like current practices.
Yeah, are you talking about the MCE stuff?
Yeah, like is comms allowed to post and promote like anything related to like not buying furniture from the state mandate?
Yeah, I mean, so just to clarify, like, so there is a process through which, right, so as the state entity, you have to either MCE, but if CE can't provide those, like one person, it's not like you don't buy, like all, like the stuff in the comments. There's a bunch of stuff in the comments that MCE would never be able to make, and so they don't buy it from there. So I think it would be fine. I think it's, you all post about things that you are in agreement about that are practices, right? That's fine. I think that's fine. Anyhow, that's cool. I'm gonna turn my video off.
Yeah.
Because my
okay,
children,
sorry.
my children are streaming about like the 10 most dangerous animals in the world. So that's what is taking up my bandwidth. God bless America. Yeah, short answer, yes, it's fine as long as you are being truthful and not misleading about what you're advocating for.
Okay, thanks. So then in that case, I'll put out a comms request so that we can advertise this more to the student body. And that's all I have for this week.
Cool. And last but not least, Z.
I have my fair this Wednesday, and after that, I'm moving directly on to the Together All initiative.
Right. You emailed me about having someone come next week to our Senate meeting, correct?
Yeah, Dr. Bruce Herman.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna write that on my whiteboard. I'll definitely reach out to him. If Z's event is this Wednesday, so if y'all could spread the word through the graphic lovely comms me, that'd be very appreciated. Okay, I believe that has been everyone. And an update from me is that packages might have gotten lost, but we will see Tuesday or Wednesday. And we'll put the baskets up from there. Fun stuff. Okay. All right. What is this Wednesday? I could hear it well. It's this Wednesday is the health fair that Z has put together. April 7th from 12 to 2. And I believe there's also a raffle involved with stakeholders being panelists. It's going to be a fun time about UMBC resources for mental health. And okay. Are there any questions about any updates or towards anyone before we move on? Okay. Is there any shared governance committee updates?
I never know like when to bring this up because I know it's like technically not like a formal SGC, but for Folio we've been putting together like 2 student guides, one for online learning, so what to do like in the classroom and like the virtual space, and then the student guide for engaging beyond online spaces. So I just wanted to link that here if anyone wants to take a look. And then I might put in a comms request for that as well.
Oh, okay. Wendy, do you mind sending me that link later?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, thanks. Are there any other SGC updates? Okay. Let's do announcements. Is there any announcements?
Well, I have one question. Wendy, do you know who made this website? It's beautiful. I want to talk to them.
So we actually redesigned this entire website from Folio. It took like weeks, so I don't think it was like one specific person.
Who implemented it? You know?
It might have been Collier or
Oh, okay, this is college.
Brian from OIA
I love Brian too.
or Colin Solon from the IT.
Yes.
I know there were a lot of people.
All
Yeah.
right. I think this would be a great design for Marshad's vision of an interactive SGA hub website. So I may have to talk to some people. Thank you.
If you need any HTML help, I know how to bold stuff.
Tumblr themes be like.
Yeah, that's how I learned Tumblr back in 2012. All right. Are there any other announcements other than Z's event this Wednesday? I'm really emphasizing that.
Me.
Candace.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my video off. So while we were in the meeting, I got an email from Dr. Kate Drabinski. Do we all know her? She's a senior lecturer in gender and women's studies and also the director of the WILL program. And as I'm sure you may know, I talk a lot about COVID vaccines. Talk a lot about them. And so does she. Starting April 12th, anyone 16 and older can get a vaccine. That is moved up from April 27th. So that's next week, I think. Next Friday. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So her email was like, if I knew if anybody was doing any sort of like event or communication to students about like holding an open session about like how to make an appointment for a vaccine or to ask questions about the vaccine. And I was like, no, I don't think anybody is, but I think that there might be people in SGA that might be interested. So I'm putting that to you all, because I know that there has been some talk in the chat about like, and I know it was in the newsletter about, you know, sort of the rollout and when people are eligible and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know if anybody would be interested in like taking that up as a charge. But if you're not, that's cool. There's other people on SGA too. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just I thought like basically I might know more, but like Rex and like the people who did the monthly newsletter, they basically included almost everything about that. Like, there was like this one page with, so like do you want to do more than that? Like,
yeah, so she's asking if they're like basically like a WebEx meeting or something where people could come and ask questions in real time and like practice booking their own vaccine or sort of going through like. Pardon?
I'm sorry, I was saying like you wanted to be like more interactive.
Yeah, and like you know, and like there's a difference between knowing when to do, like knowing when you're eligible, and like knowing how to do it, right? Because knowing when you're eligible is one part of the process. Knowing where to go to book a vaccine, knowing when to go book a vaccine, when the best times or you have the best chance of getting like an appointment at a place that's close to your house, who's offering what kinds of vaccines, because some people only want Johnson & Johnson because they have allergies to the other vaccines. So there's all kinds of stuff associated with it. Figuring out how to book vaccines for like your parents. So I think that's nobody's in here. Nobody's in my hot room. And I'm sitting here listening about megalodons. Sorry. So that's sort of like what Dr. Kate is wondering, if there's any interest from you all. She's also going to reach out to the Center for Democracy and Civic Life and see if they would be interested in partnering. But
university also as well?
Yeah, UHS, right? Like, because I can tell you how to book a vaccine, but I can't tell you what polysorbate is. But I know that some of those things got polysorbate. I don't know what that is.
I do remember there are peer health, like I don't know what they're called, but they're like
Peer health educators. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking this might be more of under their type of like.
Sure. Yeah. So I was just putting the question out there because she's like, do you know if anybody would be interested in helping? And I was like, I don't know. I can ask SGA, see if they wanted to, promote it, but you all can pass on it if you want. So that's cool.
I'm just making sure to like see who else would be involved with it. Just, again, because I do want to be involved with this personally, but I was just thinking in the sense of when I was thinking of it originally, it was more like reading that type of like the more like vaccine questions, like when you type for example of like so people can always get one certain type of vaccine, like those type of like knowledge training. I feel like so thinking maybe that we still receive that aspect of like UHS or like the health like educators just in case. But I'd be more interested in hearing more and looking into this and seeing how you guys would put this together.
Yeah. Yeah. Mati asked a good question. I don't know if it just about whether or not students will have to get the COVID vaccine. I'm not sure, but I do know that there are schools who have already announced that their students will have to. Rutgers has announced that their students will have to, and Cornell has announced that their students will have to get the COVID vaccine. But we are part of a larger system, so run through the state. They're not a private school. We're not a private. So what one does, all will have to do. So UMBC can't make that decision on its own.
From what I heard from Dr. Shin this afternoon, I don't think they've made plans to like require any sort of vaccination yet. Although I don't know if that's going to change or not.
Yeah. Everything changes. It's all, as we know with COVID, it's all like one thing today, another thing tomorrow. So, but anyway, I was just putting that out there because she emailed me and I was like, let me ask. I'm in this meeting.
Wait, Candace, quick question. Are they holding the event and they want us to promote it, or do they want us to
No, she wants to she was wondering if I knew if UMBC had any plans to offer an open session to help students understand how to make appointments or ask questions about the vaccine. And so I said, no, I don't think there are any plans. And then she was like, do you think it would be worth organizing a session like that or asking sort of higher ups like UHS or PS? I mean, it's for students really, because so you all other places on campus that might sort of have a line into RSA, like to say, would you be interested in partnering to host an event that shares some of this information with students where they can get their questions answered by people who are in their community, right? So that's what she was asking.
Also, Candace, the things I do think that so I am mentioning this again. Also, I am interested in this, and I can't say the shots. I don't know what's going on with that. But just again, I do feel like there is something like I do think UMBC would have a type of like, oh, maybe not in the exact way you guys are planning, or it's like an open space where people can directly go and like get help and maybe even like help them set up with the equipment themselves and all these questions. But I feel like there is a team or something responding to this, and the vaccine itself, like at UMBC. And I know RSA has like a bunch of people they specifically hired to like basically help with the whole like COVID enforcement of like the compliancy, like checking who's compliant and who isn't and stuff like that. So I feel like if RSA has already planned that out, maybe they could also. I'm just giving you ideas and maybe who else to reach out to, or like maybe see who else could potentially do this. But like again, the peer health educators are one of them, and I think RSA also has something like not something like that is directed for the vaccine, but like a bit similar. So they could also be kind of involved in this as well. That way, so it's kind of like a team effort.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that First of all, if anyone wants to take this in, I'll be 100% down to help y'all bring it to fruition. Wow, that sentence made me winded, and I don't know why. Um, but what I recommend is that I don't know if I would be too comfortable with a solely student-run event that's informative about the vaccines, just because we don't really know everything about it. As students, I mean, you could do your research. By the end of the day, we're not experts on it, right? So, I think I'd personally be more comfortable attending a meeting with an expert on the vaccine. So if we could somehow invite someone to do it. I know there's a UMBC alumni that helped create the Pfizer vaccine, and one of our officers has contacts with them. So if we can invite them, I'll be down to help y'all if anyone wants to take that on. That'd be a great event.
Do you mean the Moderna vaccine and Dr. Kizzy Corbett?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because Dr. Corbett works at NIH and helped develop the Moderna vaccine. So, yes, I think so. My question is there any interest in being in a part of it? Like, if not, cool. That was just my main question, because yeah. All right, great.
Candace, I would also be interested in helping. I was wondering, like, I don't know how much you talked to Dr. Shabinsky about this, but did you imagine it to be sort of like almost like office hours for like helping people find vaccine appointments, or like answering more like scientific questions about it? Because I would feel comfortable like helping people find appointments, but like Mershad said, like I don't know anything about the actual science behind it, or like what polling survey or whatever it is. And I was looking at the Retriever Ready site, and it looks like there currently aren't any people who are like helping students like find appointments or anything like that.
Yeah, she emailed me at 5:41, so I don't know. She's just real, like, I don't know if people say this, but she's very jazzed up about it, right? Because her literal sentence is, I just want all my students to get the shot so they don't die from COVID. Like, right, which is literally my sort of same philosophy. Like, I just want people to live, right? So I don't know who you are, but I'm going to book you an appointment 0.75 miles from your house. So the science part around it, I mean, right, I have no clue. I can tell you how to get an appointment and where to read up on it on the CDC's website. Again, the question is, I don't know the format of what she was thinking, and it's very amorphous at the moment, but the question is, are there people who would be interested in helping not facilitate the conversation, but facilitate the creation of a space? Other people could.
Yeah, it's good as well. Sorry, I can't blame that, but I feel bad.
I will not help, but I will attend.
Okay, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah, Wendy put in the chat, you, Michelle, Maria, and Men are down to help. Cool. Yeah, I remember I had to learn about the vaccine for cell bio and only retained maybe 60% of it. So besides the point, I don't mind helping as well. But we'll all link up together afterwards. Sounds cool. All right, let's get jazzed up, because I'm gonna adjourn the meeting at 6:28 p.m. I'm gonna stop recording.